starts to kind of come together a little more.
Yeah, this Ether Gust obviously going to do a good job of keeping Igor Kerim, a little more alive, but there's a spell pierce, alright, sure. Pay for it, I guess.
Easy deal.
Okay, I still have enough mana to pay for this spell pierce. What are you doing, man? I mean, yeah, sure, you get the prowess triggers, but like, what's the plan here? Oh.
There it is.
A mystical dispute as well.
Functional. Yeah, functional spell pierce enough to get in for Xaxes.
Settle the wreckage.
I'm glad you asked.
Oh my god! A 100-card historic brawl. Settle the wreckage in hand after I called it.
Riley, here we go. Nothing ventured, nothing gained here. Seasoned Pyromancer can let you ditch your hand, in this case, to draw 2 cards. And we need exactly 2. We need Bone Crusher Giant and an untapped red source.
Need the Bone Crusher Giant with Stomp, which stops the 9 lives from preventing damage, and we need the red source to cast the Stomp, Dennis. And wouldn't you know
there it is!
Look at that! I've always maintained, Dennis, I've always maintained that Magic is a very skill-testing game indeed, and Charizard James is showing us just how skill-based this game is, ripping the actual perfect 2 off the top here, and is going to win the game on the spot because of it.
Yo, what's up, Titan Smash? Oh no!
If this was the only way Tybalt's Trickery had ever been used, Riley, I think it would have been balanced the way Wizards intended it.
I think this is actually Magic as R&D intended. Tybalt's Trickery. Getting rid of an eye twitch? Why are you scared of an eye twitch? Now you have to deal with the lolth. What was that?
I'm terrified of an eye twitch, dude. Like, if only it had been something like a lolth, you know?
Raise the alarm. We found their win con. We didn't know what it was, and now we know. I've now found their win con. I don't like it. You fool didn't play around Triple Tithe. Listen. My opponent had Sky Tether main deck and then boarded out of all the bad cards and boarded in good cards like Memory Lapse and Teferi. How am I supposed to win if I know that? Their tempo play of 2 soldiers are going to win them the game. Oh, it hurts. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. I can't look. I can't look. Ow. Man, Valkmir is a problem.
Nope.
Oh no. Wait, what just happened? Why was this 5 mana? Oh no. It came in tap.
Oh no! It came in tap.
Oh my god! Did we do it?
Yes! I attack!
Holy shit!
I attack! I attack! I attack!
Everyone's clenching right now.
No! Oh, he lost! He lost!
I attacked! No! No! What?
Oh, he lost! Oh no! Oh man!
What? Okay, I want them to kill this first. So I play this first. And I want these 2 to cast my other spells. No! Stop, opponent! Stop it! Please stop. Please stop. Please don't do it to me. Don't cast another land destruction spell. Please, oh my. Let's go! Not distortion! Yeah! Feel the power of the 6 mana black sorcery. Not distortion, come forth! I summon the winged dragon of Ra! exaggerating. Oh, Royal Russian again! Oh my god! Kicker! Base! Oh, double Chandra emblem! Oh, is this... Yes! Oh! Oh! I guess I should just use this anyway. Wait, is this game? Oh, face damage! Oh! No freaking way! Alright, give me Scorpion. Off the top, right now. It's just too good to be true! It's just too good to be true! It's just too good to be true! What the heck, dude? Cheating! They have Fatal Push. I don't care. If they have Fatal Push, they're gonna use it now. Oh no, it goes back in the deck! No! Oh, if they have Fading Hope, I swear. I'm gonna pay 3 life and then they're gonna Fading Hope it back to their hand. I'm gonna cry. Okay, I didn't say that. Oh no, I should have played Dahlia first. No, I should have played Dahlia first. No, don't do it. No, no. The second one got Approach. Wait, that still counts as casting, doesn't it? Wait, what? That's the worst possible. That doesn't work the right way.
Riley, does your opponent ever make a play that doesn't seem to make sense on the surface, but then over time starts to kind of come together a little more?
Yeah, this Aether Gust obviously going to do a good job of keeping Igor Kerim, you know, a little more alive, but there's a Spell Pierce, alright, sure. Pay for it, I guess.
Easy deal.
Okay, I still have enough mana to pay for this Spell Pierce. What are you doing, man? I mean, yeah, sure, you get the prowess triggers, but like, what's the plan here? Oh.
There it is.
A Mystical Dispute as well.
Functional. Yeah, functional Spell Pierce enough to get in for Xaxes.
Settle the wreckage.
I'm glad you asked.
Oh my god! A 100-card historic brawl. Settle the wreckage in hand after I called it.
Riley, here we go. Nothing ventured, nothing gained here. Seasoned Pyromancer can let you ditch your hand in this case to draw 2 cards. And we need exactly 2. We need Bone Crusher Giant and an untapped red source.
Need the Bone Crusher Giant with Stomp, which stops the 9 lives from preventing damage, and we need the red source to cast the Stomp, Dennis. And wouldn't you know
there it is!
Look at that! I've always maintained, Dennis, I've always maintained that Magic is a very skill-testing game indeed, and Charizard James is showing us just how skill-based this game is, ripping the actual perfect 2 off the top here, and is going to win the game on the spot because of it.
Yo, what's up, Titan Smash? Oh no!
If this was the only way Tybalt's Trickery had ever been used, Riley, I think it would have been balanced the way Wizards intended it.
I think this is actually Magic as R&D intended. Tybalt's Trickery. Getting rid of an eye twitch? Why are you scared of an eye twitch? Now you have to deal with the Lolth. What was that?
I'm terrified of an eye twitch, dude. Like, if only it had been something like a Lolth, you know?
Raise the alarm. We found their win con. We didn't know what it was. And now we know. I've now found their win con. I don't like it. You fool didn't play around triple tithe. Listen. My opponent had Sky Tether main deck and then boarded out of all the bad cards and boarded in good cards like Memory Lapse and Teferi. How am I supposed to win if I know that? Their tempo play of 2 soldiers are going to win them the game. Oh, it hurts. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. I can't look. I can't look. Ow. Man, Valkmir is a problem.
Nope.
Oh no! Wait, what just happened? Why was this 5 mana? Oh no! It came in tap!
Oh no! It came in tap.
Oh my god! Did we do it?
Yes! I attack!
Holy shit!
I attack! I attack! I attack!
Everyone's clenching right now.
No! Oh, he lost! He lost!
I attacked! No! No! What?
Oh, he lost! Oh no! Oh man!
What? Okay, I want them to kill this first. So I play this first. And I want these 2 to cast my other spells. No! Stop, opponent! Stop it! Please stop. Please stop. Please don't do it to me. Don't cast another land destruction spell. Please, oh my... Let's go! Not distortion! Yeah! Feel the power of the 6 mana black sorcery. Not distortion, come forth! I summon the winged dragon of Ra! Oh! Oh! Hardship! Oh! 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 What the heck, dude? I was exaggerating. Oh, Royal Eruption again! Oh my god! Kicker! Base! Oh, double Chandra emblem! Oh, is this... Yes! Oh! Oh! I guess I should just use this anyway. Wait, is this game? Oh, face damage! Oh, no freaking way! All right, give me Scorpion off the top right now. It's just too good to be true. It's just too good to be true. It's just too good to be true. What the heck, dude? Cheating. They have Fatal Push. I don't care. If they have Fatal Push, they're going to use it now. Oh no, it goes back in the deck. No. Oh, if they have Fading Hope, I swear. I'm gonna pay 3 life and then they're gonna Fading Hope it back to their hand. I'm gonna cry. Okay, I didn't say that. Oh no, I should have played Thalia first. No, I should have played Thalia first. No, don't do it. No. No. The second one got Approach. Wait, that still counts as casting, doesn't it? Wait, what? worst possible. That doesn't work the right way.
Riley, does your opponent ever make a play that doesn't seem to make sense on the surface, but then over time starts to kind of come together a little more?
Yeah, this Aethergut's obviously going to do a good job of keeping Igor Kerim, a little more alive, but there's a spell pierce, all right, sure. Pay for it, I guess.
Easy deal.
Okay, I still have enough mana to pay for the spell pierce. What are you doing, man? I mean, yeah, sure, you're getting the prowess triggers, but like, what's the plan here? Oh,
there it is.
A
the
mystical
third
dispute as well.
Functional, functional spell pierce enough to get in for Xaxes.
What is up, everybody? Laughing, cringing, crying, and cheering all at once? I know, that's the point! Who was first in chat today? Crokeyz. Whoa, Riley, where are you at? Riley, you're gonna get passed up. Oh, no. Riley, where are you at? We got Thirsty Kane, Mike Wood. Have you seen the card Temio Safekeeping? No, but you can link it. Oh wait, we haven't started yet? Oh, Mike Wood got debated. Mike Wood got debated into thinking my intro was me. Oh no, Mike Wood, you have something to learn today. You got something to learn today. It's gonna be on that screen for a while. The video makes you so happy. Me too. Me too. I did get a haircut, Mojo. You have 15k channel points finally? Let's freaking go. Yo, Christmas. Christmas, type in chat real quick. Yo, Christmas is free to playing this channel since 1992. I honestly think that I have gifted Christmas more subs than he's actually paid for. Oh! Brand new Charizard! Oh! Alright, everyone clap it up. Exclamation point clap in chat for Christmas. Brand new freaking Charizard. You'll love to see it. Chupacabra. Thanks for the follow. Today I am on call at work, so I'm going to have to call them in an hour. But we're gonna play it. We don't have time to play a deck in an hour, but we can. Actually, I have an idea. We can play a deck. We can stop it close to 2, and then we can call my boss, and then after that we'll continue playing the game. Sounds good to me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why do I have so many dislikes on my mono green video? Does no one like mono green? Hold on. How many of you guys hate mono green? Coma. Do you all actually hate it? Right, if you like mono green, go to my video and like it. Just like it. It's free. That's it. That's all I gotta do. I'll call your boss. You got this? Alright, sounds good. Sounds freaking good. I wish they didn't bother me. Commercial. What's up? Commercial. Are you doing a commercial for me? Don't hate the player, hate the game? Don't hate the player, hate the deck. Alright, that's fine too. Subset of people that hate it, just like people that hate the control. True. Why play mono green when you can play mono white, or even mono black, or even mono red, or even mono 5 colors? Thanks, Spice Lord. Post-Kami release, even mono red? Do you think mono red is gonna be like insane post-Kamigawa release? Oh, there's like a couple really good one mana red cards, right? There's the 1 mana red card that is like an artifact also, and it's like a monkey. And it's like insane. It's like a 1 mana 1/1 that you can pay a mana to give it haste, but you can also give other things haste. The Ronin's good, and also I think the haste thing's good. 1 mana cost rabbit with haste and Ronin. Yeah, that thing. Dash 2/2 that can cycle itself. I know! It can cycle itself! Gaffer, what's up? What's up, son? 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 There's a few great 1 and 2 mana threats. Man, I imagine going like 1 mana 1/1 whatever Ronin card. 1 mana 2/2, right? And then it goes to your hand at end step, and then turn 2 you play Rahilda. And then turn 3 you play freaking what's it called? The Stormseeker or whatever. Attack. Turn 4, second Stormseeker, dash again. 2/2, returns to hand. Now your opponent has to have instant speed removal for your stupid 1 mana Suzu. Did I say the 1 mana artifact, Eater of Virtue? No, I did not. Can you link it? Speaking of mono green, I play 1 pup. I play turn 1 pup, turn 2 plant dog. What the heck is a plant dog? Oh my god, that plant dog? The 6/6 vigilance, trample, whatever? You're mean. We're talking about monkey? We're talking about like the new monkey. The Ronin card, I think. Punishing Fire. What is that card? You're gonna have to link some of these in chat, because I'm not manually typing them in. Eater of Virtue? I think it's exclamation point spoiler, Miss Lizard. Here, dashing, I'm thinking Ragavan. Well, it's a 1 mana 2/2. It's like a Goblin Guide, but just goes back to hand. But it also doesn't give them a land. If you're short on time, we can play another time. Don't want to redeem points that you don't have time. No. I have time. I'm just gonna have to play the deck and then call my boss at 2, and then keep playing the deck after. But it's gonna be awkward if I'm in the middle of a match at 2 o'clock. So I'm gonna have to time it to like not play a match before 2. So yes, if you would like to redeem your points, we can play your deck today. I was planning on playing Ventures today, but we can play your deck anyway. So yes, please do that. Best of 3 match. We'll do that. What do you want me to play? Are you testing something? Or you want me to play something specific? You want me to play whatever I want to play? Whatever alchemy deck I want to play. Okay. Anything but control. Oh my. Alright. Feel free to send me your... Okay, yeah. Let's check the deals first. Oh my gosh, this Damnation is like super cool. Whoa. All sweepers. Interesting. You think sweepers are good or bad? Wow, they are really packing the punches with the playable cards before the new set comes out. Like, I'm pretty sure that's like they're just doing it on purpose. They're packing the freaking punches. Blood in the Snow, Doomscar, Burn Down the House, freaking Path of Peril, Shadow's Verdict. I knew it. I knew they would do this. All the meta playable cards they just bring out for the people to feast on before the new set comes out, and they have to pay freaking gold and gems again. When's it extremely? What format is it? It's most likely going to be Kamigawa. It's going to be right after Kamigawa releases. I have to get with Jeff Hoogland to see when his tournament's going to be. Actually, I should probably message him right now. Hold on, before I forget. All right. You are a good helper, Mojo. You are. The reason I say Ronin is like punishing fire is that it's potential recurring 2 damage every turn. That's true. Okay, so I'm gonna have to look up Eater of Virtue. The name of it reminds me of Eater of Millions from Yu-Gi-Oh. Alright, Eater of Virtue is a 1-mana equipment. I'll show everybody on stream too. Can't really see it here. Yeah, you can. Let's see. It says, whenever a equipped creature dies, exile it. It's equip 1. The equipped creature gets +2/+0. For equip 1 and +2/+0 is pretty strong. Not good enough to play it though. As long as a card exiled with Eater of Virtue has flying, the equipped creature has flying. Same is true for First Strike, Double Strike, Death Touch, Haste, Hexproof, Indestructible, Lifelink, Menace, Protection, Reach, Trample, and Vigilance. That's actually such a cool design. What is Soul Stealer? Right, scoundrel? Alright, so Jeff Hoogland's tournament is the 19th. When does Kamigawa come out? Anyone know the release date on Arena? 18th. No, that's not true. 18th it hits store shelves. What's the date for Arena? I'm looking, but MTG will be your first chance to play with Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. That's because the release date for the set on Arena is Thursday, February 10th. Alright. I probably have something going on the 12th and the 13th, so I'm probably going to need to do this on the 20th. Does anybody in chat know if there's some random, really super crazy popular event going on the 20th? You'll have broke the meta by then. Does this count as a control deck, chat? Oh yeah, I've definitely lost the Soul Stealer Axe before. I think this card's pretty good. Just keeps drawing cards. The pizza box is on the 20th. Come on. Do I have to do mine on a Saturday? What event's on the Saturday? On that Saturday the 19th? Or I might have to go the 27th. What's on the 19th and what's on the 27th? What's GG Tours tourney? I don't want to do my tournament on a day that people are going to be watching freaking a billion other things. You know what I mean? So, does this Rakdos deck count as a control deck? You know what, I'm just gonna play Dungeons. Oh, it's best of 3. Hold on. I don't know what I'm supposed to be side decking for, but we're going to try our very best. It was moved to 26th, so 19th may be free, but there's probably a reason they moved it to the 26th. And that reason's probably there's going to be a huge tournament that day, like some kind of set championship or whatever. Does anybody know when the February freaking set championship is? Because there's the Mythic Invitational qualifier or whatever. So does anybody know when the set championship / Mythic Invitational is this month? Neon Dynasty Set Championship, March 11 to 13. Oh, it's in March. Okay, so when's the February qualifier day? What's the February MIQ? I want Inscription over Goblink in the dungeon deck. Inscription of what? Ruin? Because Goblink exiles their graveyard because Lear's a thing? Lear's not a thing? Oh, it's tomorrow. So I should be good with putting the tournament on the 27th? Can anybody do like a last double check on the 27th to see if that's a good day? Not gonna be they microwaved it. So Go Blank is worse. So I guess 2 inscriptions and 2 Go Blank. I still like inscription because there's like random other decks and stuff. Yeah, it can recur these things too. Graveyard Exile might still be relevant though. I guess instead of a 3-mana one, I could just play Duress. There's no Witch's Vengeance, right? So what do I play over Doomscar in the main deck? The only reason why Doomscar was in the main deck is because this is best of 1. Arena Open Day 2 is the 27th? Crap. There's like no available days. Dang. The problem with the Arena Open being on the 26th and the 27th is that like players that usually would play in Stream League would not play because they're going to be in day 2. Yeah, you can post a link, but I just don't have time to look at it right now. Of the GG page. All right, so what else is in our main deck? Probably like more removal spells. What's a like good generic removal spell? Oh, Valor Stance, right? Fateful Absence. Where's the deck? Why can't that play? 5 cards are invalid. What? Vice Lord, why are my cards invalid? Alright, there we go. Oh my god, card for 1 mana gives permanent hexproof and indestructible until end of turn and gain 2 life. That's pretty cool. That's really good. Hexproof and indestructible? Is it a white? It's a white mana? How much mana? I mean, not what color of mana? Green? Oh my gosh! Of course it's green. So it's like better than Snakeskin Veil. Hornet Sting? What's Hornet Sting? Sounds like a freaking Pokemon attack. It's exclamation point card Hornet Sting. One green deal of damage to any target? Whoa, that is weird. Voting statue. I saw Ali Eldrazi using this one a lot. Y seems okay. I don't really want to get, like, Storm the Festival next turn. Oh, I tapped wrong because I could have made a treasure token. No, I can still do this, and I can play Cloister Gargoyle. So many venturing. I'm like almost done with a freaking thing already. Ah. Whoa. Alright, what other dungeon do we do? All Mad Mage from here on out? Fly doesn't really do anything, though. Right now. Besides, like, go on an adventure. That's a swamp? When it deals combat damage? Oh. Never mind, I can just block this. Wait, I can just attack with just this then? Can't be blocked? Enter twice, Pog? I'm quite scared of Spice Sword's deck. But so far it's just ramping and not doing anything else. We just go... Wait, this thing can actually proc next turn. Damage to a creature? Wait, can we kill something or no? Probably not. Interesting. Kinda wanna go Kaya, but I kinda don't.
Death is inevitable. Ghosting feels weird, right?
Venture twice, Pog. So much freaking value. So much value. It's fine. All the mana just for Yuan Ti coming back to my hand. Am I gonna get to draw a card? Exile the top two, may play them. Create a 1/1, try 3.
Don't worry, I got you.
Create 2 1/1s. Or exile 4 cards. I can just make a billion 1/1s. Wait, exile the 2 cards of library. You says you may play them, but you may play them indefinitely, or you may play them right away. Oh my gosh, that's insane. So then I get this back to my hand because of Kaya? Og? Yuanti? Unblockable? Are they gonna, like, slam Meat Hook Massacre? That would be unfortunate. How big is that deck? Oh, I didn't even notice that. Oh, 218 cards. Oh, he always does this to me. Spice Lord always does this to me. He always plays 250 card shenanigans piles. Listen, he's over a year sub. He can do whatever he wants. That's the rule here. If you're over a year sub, you can do whatever you want. You might get banned, but you can do whatever you want. Wish. Oh no. Well, at least some of my cards still stay around. But that was a major yikes. 11 mana left. Felidar. Yikes. What else you got? Do I emblem this? Yes. Exactly yes.
Look, I can't do everything. I don't think you can beat all of us. Huh.
Try 3. Oh. Another Kaya. Things you'll love to see right here. Sweeper, sweeper. You to put the double on top since you're about to hit the final floor. What's the double? Yeah, Kyle Emblem's gonna put it out, like from the graveyard, I think. Oh, that's funny. I can put Nadar back, right? I can like cast Nadar from exile and get it back from underneath the Brutal Cathar. It's hilarious.
Time to focus. I got a job to do.
I guess I messed that up, didn't I? No, I didn't mess that up. What's double last floor? I don't know this other language you speak of. Oh, double draw 3. Oh, got it. Riley, what's up? Actually, I no longer have to worry about this legend rule, right?
Death is inevitable. So am I.
So I can just keep doing this over and over and over?
It's the least you deserve.
You just keep casting Kaya? And then I can exile anything I want at any point in time ever? Luca! You're gonna get back their wandering mind and kill my Kaya. Unfortunate.
Attack!
Shadow's Verdict. Good thing I can cast those out of exile.
Well, this wasn't what I signed up for.
Well, this is unfair.
I just want to get in, get out, and finish the job. That was an easy job.
How could I be betrayed like this?
I can scry to? But they're gonna verdict, but then I can just cast them back out of exile. Out of the Wilds? Okay, that doesn't really get anything, right? Okay, so he's not going to verdict.
This should be a nice break from Ravnica.
This deck is fun.
It's the least you deserve.
About 2 removal spells. Showdown. That's a pretty good draw. Exile the top 13, search for a card. Demonic Bargain is good in a 207 card deck. Nature's Friend, thanks for the follow. Deck Tech. Key to the Archive, Ren and 7, Battle Mammoth, Memory Deluge, Lotus Cobra, Teferi. Alright, search for your card that does anything right now. They can't even cast Clothing Ritual. They use Black Mana already. No Clothing Ritual for you. Clothing Ritual would be nice. Actually, not really. It doesn't do anything. Colin won't do diddly. Let's go! Riley, thanks for the sub. I appreciate you.
Let's
Magic
go.
Resource, thanks for the follow. I actually need to change this. Better now. What do I do? Like sweepers and stuff. Duress and Inscription, and that's it. Stands pretty bad. Stands great. Think I'm putting back the Triumphant. Harder to cast. It's hard to be triumphant without triumphant. Right, you literally just can't. If you put that card at the bottom, you no longer become triumphant. It's impossible. Asika. Itty bitty problem. He lands. Do I just duress now? correct choice, James. Ah, very correct choice. Busy Life, thanks for the follow. Cultivator Colossus is going to be pretty impossible to beat. I can't cast anything. Oops. I've drawn 0 lands this game. Crap. That sucked. I guess Valor Stance is pretty good against that deck after playing that card. Watching my streams definitely been rubbing off on me. 2 creatures, 8 lands in the first 10 cards. Listen, if you want to hit your land drops, just watch my stream. No creature. Alright. Can't let Lotus Cobra stay on the battlefield. Could have Culling Ritual. But I get to draw a card when this enters anyway. Perfect. No Culling Ritual and no land drop. Wow. We just go Tomb of Annihilation then? Missed the land. Nice. Should have had me on in the background, Spice Lord, because you would have hit your land drops and all of them. GG needed that Cobra to live. That's what I figured. I was like, yeah, I had a good play. Like I could have played Nadar there, which was like a good turn 3 play. I was like, well, I guess I just have to kill the Cobra, right? I guess if I didn't kill the Cobra, you might have had like a binding in hand or something to where it would get you another land drop, and I was like, not gonna happen. You had all white cards. Oh, you needed to change your... Okay, got it. You had like Teferi and Doomscar and stuff. No, you didn't have Doomscar, else you would have foretold it. Showdown, yeah. Unfortunate. Yo, Spicer, look at that top gifter sub badge there. Sick. Yo, how do you get the top gifter badge with 1 gift sub? That's called being smart. That's called being smart and resourceful. You get the gold gift badge by gifting a sub in the chat. Drew Brukathar? Yikes. Alright, I'm going to call my job right now. So in the meantime, we're going to put a YouTube video on. And by the way, if you'd like to sub to the channel and see my other future content, and you're here for the first time, I put out videos every single day. As you can see here. With Mono Green, Bant Ramp, Mardu Sacrifice. This is my favorite deck to play right now, so I'm actually going to put it on for everybody.
Nice.
We're going to put it at the start of this match, I think.
Just too hot to handle. Just too
hot
much
to handle.
value to handle.
Alright, gonna call my boss real quick. Be right back.
They would have done 2 damage to my face, putting me to 10, and then hit me for 8. And maybe I wasn't dead. I'm tired of the deck just taking a dump on me today. I'm playing Kalain over Jadar because if this card is Fading Hope, then Jadar is much worse than Kalain.
Riley, is your opponent ever make a play?
Okay. I like that dungeon deck. Seems pretty good. It seems like it just does a lot of stuff. What the heck does it mean? Usually a 7 means like a salute. Because it's like in the shape of a 7. Is Valor Stance always worse than Fateful Absence, or like I get it doesn't give them a draw, but Valor Stance also protects our cards, I guess. The only thing about Valor Stance that's worse than Fateful Absence against is Werewolves. That was fun, Spice Lord. Let's do that again sometime. So am I gonna have to play around with werewolves in game 1? Just do that. I mean, I do have precipitous drops also. Alright, guys. Let's freaking do it. So I did call them, and I do have to work today, so I'm going to stream until 4:30, depending on how long it takes us to play this deck. A couple hours. And then I'll go to work, and then I'll be back tomorrow. But I'll probably be back tomorrow a little bit later than usual, again, because I'm going to have to upload the YouTube video to my YouTube channel tonight after I get off work. And it's Friday night, so I'm not going to be getting home until, like, around midnight. So that means I'm going to be up until, like, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. It's weird that I do standard content on YouTube, and I'm, like, losing subs gradually. Like, I think I had, like, 1159, like, a couple days ago, and I have 1155 now. It is not the direction that I want to be going. Not like golf, the lower your score, the better. I know, right? On the road to 0 sub. Let's go. All right. What's up, Jamers? Today we have a brand new deck from Alchemy. There are some cards that have gotten some changes, and changes for the better. We're playing Ventures, and we're venturing into some dungeons today, and this deck does that on overload, overdrive, whatever you want to call it. But a lot of our cards venture into the dungeon. Even our removal spells do, with Precipitous Drop, -2/-2 in Venture. If you completed a dungeon, it does -5/-5. Super strong. Hamapashar, Ruin Seeker, is one of the best cards in this deck. Room abilities of dungeons you own trigger an additional time, and there's a lot of really cool things that we can be doing with our dungeons. Kaya, we're playing 2 of this, because not only can it remove our opponent's things, but it also gets our things back when they die, and when they enter the battlefield, they can trigger a dungeon again, and then when you use the ultimate of this card, then you just keep getting your legendary cards back. And if you didn't know this already, a lot of our most powerful cards are legendary, like Hamapashar and Nadar Selfless Paladin. There's some tools in the sideboard against control and aggro decks that you can play if you're playing Best of One. I know the Best of One list for this plays 2 Doomscar in the main deck, so maybe you think about that, or maybe you want to be better against control and play some Paladin class or Inscription of Ruin or Duress. So I'm very excited to play this deck, and I hope you really are too, because you clicked the video and you clicked the thumbnail. But if you want to catch this live, make sure to catch me on Twitch at twitch.tv/TheOneJame, and please give this video a like so it can reach out to more people, and subscribe if you want to see more content. And it all starts right now. All right.
ranked Alchemy Dungeonista. Playing first. Oh yeah, important turn 2 creature. So when we have a turn 2 creature, it's like the nuts. We have like 12 of them, so we're good to go. Well, I don't want to play the Dungeon Descent first because I don't want them to know what we're playing. They're saying hello, so I'm going to say hello back. We're going to play a... We need white mana anyway. We also need blue. So we're going to hold off on black for a minute because our black is only this here. I don't want to let them know that we're playing dungeons on like turn 1. Fly. All right, so blue. They're playing blue mana themselves. So let's go ahead and it could be fateful. It could be a bounce spell, and Cloister Gargoyle gets the trigger on enter the battlefield. So maybe I like doing that first, just in case it is a bounce spell. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. For the battlefield, we're going to go ahead and do Lost Mine of Phandelver just to scry one, another land, perfect. And this also lets us do the one the quickest. Geist Chandler, okay, so it's control deck. We can precipitous drop that, but not until we... Okay, I guess we have fly, but this thing can't attack. I guess it can attack, but not very good. We can go ahead and do our Nadar. This turn it can attack through Geist Chandler. Make a 1/1 or make a treasure token. 1/1's not going to really do anything, right? I guess we'll make a treasure, because it also casts our precipitous drop. And then once we complete this dungeon here in a couple dungeon crawls, attacking with Nadar and using fly both do dungeons, so this Cloister Gargoyle will become a 1/4, and since it becomes a 3/2 flyer, it'll become a 4/4 flyer. Well, let's see what they have here. They can obviously cast like a 5-drop here, instant or sorcery if they have one. Alright, precipitous drop. Okay, so what we could do here is we can go fly on Nadar. And then we can attack with Nadar. This is going to have target creature get -4 so until next turn. That doesn't really matter, so we're going to do drain one. And when it does combat damage, it's going to complete the dungeon. Making Cloister Gargoyle a 4/4 flyer. Drawing another copy of Nadar. Then we're going to precipitous drop. Actually, I think before we precipitous drop, I think I'm going to want to use Dungeon Descent, because if I use precipitous drop on this, and then they kill Nadar in response, I can no longer use Dungeon Descent. So I'm just going to use Dungeon Descent now, tap this, because it's only at sorcery speed. And then we're going to use drop after. Let's see. Let's go for... which one are we going for here? We could technically go for Tube of Annihilation, but I don't think we need to do that. Let's go ahead and do Dungeon of the Mad Mage to get some extra value. We don't even really need to kill this Geist Gem. But it does venture again. So I think I want to do it. Then I venture, and then let's go ahead and scry one. Maybe for a black land or something. Cloister Gargoyle. I think I actually kind of like Cloister Gargoyle. Because if we don't draw a land, we're not going to draw a land, but we can play Yuan-Ti and Cloister Gargoyle if they sweep us. Because there's a chance that they use Geist Channeler on like a burn down the house. Okay, they use it on Unexpected Windfall. I still think I did the correct play in playing around burn down the house next turn. But 2 mana Unexpected Windfall is definitely insane. Fine. They get to trigger our Shuffle's Paladin again. You think the Delving's not impactful enough? I think it's impactful enough. Go ahead and attack with our Cloister Gargoyle here for 3. Especially because we're triggering the dungeon so many times. Like, so many times. Let's go for another Cloister Gargoyle. Because on ETB it happens instead of it just dying like Yuan-Ti Malice. Create a treasure token. I think I'm going to hold off for now. Because they could have a sweeper. 2 mana, 3/3 flyer. Must be nice. They're doing nothing. Interesting. Land. Nadar. Buff. Venture. Scry 2. Ooh. Yes. Down to 5. Our next one up is create 1/1s or exile the top 2. You may play them. So I'm going to make them have a sweeper here. And I'm just going to Dungeon Descent, tapping my Nadar, and make a couple 1/1s, and they actually become 2/2s because of Nadar's ability. And now they have to have a sweeper. They didn't use one last turn, so what does that mean? Galvanic, okay, a second Windfall? Or do they have a deal 2 damage to everything and it kills everything? Because they can technically kick... Okay, they have an Unexpected Windfall again. Discard Jawari Disruption. Okay, what does this mean? At least they're not taking infinite turns because this is Alchemy, right? I guess they still could, right? All the Storm Giants. Kind of scared. They have 8 mana available. We're scared, chat. We're scared. They need a sweeper. Alright, here it is. They're at 5. So I'm going to go this. What's my next up in line? Scry 3? So I can actually scry 6 with this. If I really wanted to. I think I'm going to go Hama into Nadar. And if they want to use their treasures to stop it, then sure. They only have 5 mana available. Just doing this. Then next turn I can do Yuan-Ti Malison and Cloister Gargoyle anyway. But we're gonna get the Scry 6. We're gonna get the Scry 6 here. Unless they use Jawari Disruption. Alright, perfect. Scry 6. Fuck. Fate's Reversal to turn a creature from grave to hand to venture. I do kind of like that. What are we really looking for against a control deck? Like Aya or something? And we can actually venture and deal a bunch of damage to our opponents with like Tomb of Annihilation. Kind of like doing this. I guess in case they kill the Hama, I'm going to want to cast another one. Let's do this. Like, because I can get Fate's Reversal and then get Nadar back, and then the next turn I can just cast Hama and then cast Nadar again. For being one of the best cards in this deck, this card's an uncommon. Can you believe it? Alright, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana available with a Galvanic Iteration. So they can potentially cast a 6-drop multiple times. Or like copy a 6-drop. Alright, so all we need to do here is just like attack them, right? Like they can stop our they can like block one of our things, but that's fine. And now, since they let us attack, now they don't have. Now it's lethal if they only have one removal spell, or like they use the hull. They have to like copy a removal spell right now, right? Draw through, reveal them. You can cast them without paying its mana cost. Sure. Oh, and I can do this twice. Oh, that's a lot of value. So right now I can deal 2 damage to them with the new dungeon. Broken. So this deals 2 damage, and now we have 2/3 powers, and they're at 3. So much value. Like, we're destroying this control deck. I mean, unless they come back and win, but that's besides the point. Right now we're destroying them. Alright, 2/3 power attackers, you're at 3, what you got? They're gonna copy a removal spell, potentially, probably, most likely. What you got? Own it. Divide by 0, I forgot that was a card, Bill. Alright, one more attacker, what you got? Drop or Nadar? Okay, we're gonna go... I think we're gonna go Nadar just to, like, have them lose 2 life unless they discard a card. Because drop doesn't do anything. And if they kill Nadar, then I have another Nadar coming. So what they want to do is they want to let this resolve, I keep this one, and then they kill this Nadar. I have so many cards, it's so crazy. Each player loses 2 life unless they discard a card. I will discard a Precipitous Drop. Because it doesn't really matter. They discard Environmental Sciences, they kill the Nadar. And then I can venture again. The thing is, I don't have Black Mana, but I have Black Mana in my hand, which is good. Fading Hope, try to the top. Alright, Marsh. So we're gonna go for this. Then we're gonna go for Fate's Reversal, bringing back our our Cloister Gargoyle, I guess. And this Ventures as well. And then this, they can like sacrifice an artifact, but they have to sacrifice 2 artifacts. Woo! That's big. That is big. Alright, and then I can make a 4/4, or I can just cast this. I think I want to cast this. Well, I guess making a 4/4, I'm going to have to make 2 anyway, and it's legendary, so... Huh. Let's go for Yuan-Ti. And then we'll make a 4/4. Like later on. Because if they kill the Hama, then I can make the 1/4/4. It doesn't, and then I don't like legend roll myself. Teach by example. What the heck is this? Oh, it's another copy spell. Oh, yikes. Oh, no. What are they going to do? Are they going to divide by 0 all 3 of these? No! Oh, no. I'm playing 2 Kayas, so hopefully I don't get milled out. No! Oh, come on! Oh, no! Oh, my God! Exactly enough mana! I removed 2 of their treasures! Who plays this? Oh my gosh, that was so stupid! That was so stupid. Wow. That was the absolute worst. Do I want Doomscar just because it's 5 mana? No, right? That was so stupid. I'm actually thinking about it. Wow. I don't have a 2-mana creature here, which is unfortunate. But I have all my colors, and I can protect the Nadar with the Valorous Stance, potentially. Wow, that was dumb. I'm getting milled out by Tasha's hideous laughter. Wow, we had so much card advantage on them, too. Try 1. That's fine. I can Gargoyle plus Malice next turn. This will make a 1/1. But they Galvanic Iteration Windfall last game, cast Windfall for 2 mana on turn 3. So like, the fact that we even almost won that game was remarkable. Like feel. In Fate's Reversal. Back to Nadar. Put a 1/1 counter on Oyster. White mana Nadar. Draw a card, complete a dungeon. Flying. Wow, that's pretty good. So now let's hope that they don't sweep us this turn. Because they can do 3 mana sweeper. Okay, so they can't sweep us. At least I don't think. Second Geist Chandler. Oh, Duress is super good here. Wow. There's a 2 mana Windfall and a 4 mana Discover the Formula. I really don't want them to teach the Windfall, so I guess I just discard the Windfall. And then they have Disdainful Stroke, but we have Kaya. We can play around that. Let's do this. This.
I won't stand by as innocent people are slaughtered.
Do we +1 or do we minus on the Geist Channeler? We're gonna get to venture once with the Nadar. I guess let's just plus on Nadar, I guess.
Here, let me.
Alright, this is going to... I want to put another 1/1 counter on my 2/2 so I can attack through Geist Channelers. But I kind of want to do this, though, too, because it scries a lot. And it, like, creates a lot of card advantage. But I think I'm going to do this one, and then we'll do the other one later. Gargoyle? Sure. Alright, so they can discover the formula as their best play, but that taps them out. And then in 2 turns we can ultimate Kaya, and that's pretty good. We have an exiled Yuan-Ti Malison, which we can't cast because this does legendaries, but if this goes to the graveyard or something, I will be able to recast it. And then with this one we can make a 1/1, and then we can put a 1/1 counter on it, on something. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think they might be dead. We're gonna go like this on this.
When I say go,
Then we're gonna like attack them.
go.
We'll do this first. Venture, do this. Attack. Do 1/1 counter on this. And then we get to do the dungeon. Oh, this is so good. Tap this, drain 1. Oh, it doesn't drain. Oh, never mind. It doesn't drain 1. It just draws a card. Oh well, that's fine. Oh, this they take a life now, right? Each player loses a life. Doom Annihilation, Lethal Xaxes. We destroyed them. Oh man, that was good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright. That was cool. That was great. Bring in a Fateful Absence, I guess, because... No, I guess Vanishing Verse is better than Fateful Absence, because Verse can be used against everything that Fateful Absence can in their deck, because they just have, Smoldering Egg and Geist Channeler. This hand is really bad. Ooh, we don't have any creatures, though. We'll draw creatures, right? Right? Wrong. Very wrong. Creature? Valorous Stance. Alright, at least I can cast that. Wow, I'm not drawing any creatures and just drawing on my removal. Not going for Inscription here. I'm gonna do this for now. Play around your Warrior Disruption. Go ahead and use Inscription now. Discard 2. I don't like the spot that we're in right now because their game plan is just to drag out the game as long as possible, and we don't have any creatures. They discarded Teach by Example and Galvanic Iteration. They had 2 copy spells in hand. There's a creature. I might use Dungeon Descent, so we'll see. Playing this land plays around like Kaya, but I don't think I want to do that. I guess I want more creatures. I'm not going to use... I kind of want to just hold up Valor Stance. Just in case I try to get rid of my Nidar somehow. Gargoyle, perfect. Go ahead and attack. I will make a 1/1 goblin. With the Nidar in play and completed a dungeon, it's a 2/2. Diversify my threats a little bit. And then my next thing on the dungeon is put a 1/1 counter on something, or each opponent loses a life and you gain a life. I think I'm going to do... I love that Nidar has Vigilance. Now we'll put a 1/1 counter on the 2/2. Also, the token can't be divided by 0, so that's also good. So they're going to try to toss this hideous laughter us, which is unfortunate. Now, I don't feel comfortable tapping out for Paladin class. What's our next thing on the list? Draw a card? Ooh, that's a good draw. Perfect. Now we get to Valor Stance that. Or I guess I should Vanishing Verse it. I guess they can Fading Hope? Okay. Crunch for 8. Please don't mill me out. Please don't mill me out. What's our next dungeon? Lear. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. They can't use it on my turn since this is Alchemy. Nice Chandler as a blocker. Okay, so they're dead. Right? Dungeon Descent. Valorous Stance. 4 Greater Lear. Inscription of Ruin. Destroy target creature with mana value 3 or less. Crunch for 8. Good game! Wow! Wow. Wow. I feel like we won all 3 of those games, though. You did all the solos, now in the process of craft one deck to learn how to play it. Not sure already what's the hardest. Getting the cards to learn to play a competitive deck. Learning to play the competitive deck is harder than getting the cards. But they're both complex, yeah. I would recommend just take your time. Don't care about what your opponent's deck does. Just, like, learn your deck inside and out, and then you'll be okay eventually. Wiggles. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. Is that 2-mana creature we want? We go white, Triumphant Adventure, playing against the Haunted Bridge. It probably dies. So since it probably dies, we're just going to go for Cloister Gargoyle. So because it ventures before it dies. And it also plays around 2 damage removal. Another land, you'll have to see it. Graveyard Trespasser. Go with I can make a treasure token. I can go Triumphant Adventurer. Fly on this. Maybe I didn't have to cast fly. That's a good card. Nadar makes a treasure token. Gargoyle makes a treasure token. Then we get to Vanishing Verse the Trespasser. They could have the 2-mana card that you can pay 3 mana to cast Igneous Inspiration out of their graveyard again, which is not good for us. We do this, and then we discard Yuan-Ti Malison. We're not going to get to complete a dungeon next turn. Out, Town Razor. Okay. We can give this Town Razor -4/-0. That's unfortunate. Got mascot. It means your hand's insane. I'm gonna take action. Alright, now I'm at nothing. I can't venture. So, we didn't get the venture value out of our fly, which means that we could have flying Cloister Gargoyles, but we didn't get our value out of fly. But if we can venture next turn, then we can. This is a really bad spot. Best draw by far is... Ooh. That's a good draw. A really good draw. It kills our things. We're going to need to deal with Town Razor Tyrant and like 2 dens, but... Crap. I guess we can double block the Town Razor? This is not good for us, though. They've dealt with a lot of our cards. Holy crap. So I guess their plan is not to cast Mascot this turn. Oh, are they just going to kill us? They're going to force us to block, right? Yep, land's not gonna do it. That was tough. Fly's probably not good against their deck, removing all of our stuff. I'll keep this. Couple removal spells / protection and a creature. We'll do this for white. I guess it doesn't really matter, right? Black. Alright, that's really good. So we'll go white next turn. And we'll go Lost Mine, scry 1. Yuan-Ti. Alright, guess we'll take a creature. Better than a land. Chief, sure. Then we go Tidar, and the next turn we can go 2-drop, 2-drop. This will let us make a treasure or make a 1/1. I guess we'll make a 1. Hold on. They missed a land drop. Blue, Yuan-Ti. Then I'll Valor Stance Yuan-Ti if they go to kill it. Dara's pretty good. I can put a 1/1 counter and draw a card. That's that land? Dang. Oh well. They hit their land drop. Another Bloodthirsty. Ooh, that's a good card. Alright, so I can start this off by... Dungeon Descent. And we're going to attack with these two. If they want to double block Yuan-Ti, that's fine. I'll just cast Yuan-Ti again. And then use this to venture. And we'll go for this one. And then next we get to scry 1, and then next we get to say something can't attack or make a treasure. And we get to venture twice next turn. Red mana, untap it. Nope, they didn't untap it. Which means they don't have Townraiser Tyrant, because if they did, they would have cast it. Or they just want to remove my Nadar. It's fair. Right one? That is really good against our board. Wow. Wow. Holy crap. Alright, well, this is a timeline where we lose, right? Jeez. That was powerful. Wow. Now we don't have any creatures. Wow. Really bad for us. That was like the one thing they could have had to stop us from saving one of our creatures with Valorous Dance. Wow. Alright, we got a creature. We're a little too late, though. We're already at up to 16 life after gaining life off Meat Hook Massacre and Graveyard Trespasser. And I can't block this. Right, man. Oh, this is difficult. Alright, so I can scry 2 with Precipitous Drop, or I can just Doomscar. Fortunately, I go to 3 here, which means I could die. Hopefully they just attack with Hive or like, cast mascot. Unfortunately, when their things die, Meat Hook Massacre triggers, and I could just lose the game anyway. Man, that Meat Hook Massacre was just brutal. Yep. That deck's just really, 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 really good. Oh! Chat! Chat! Chat. Hold on. Yo! We did it. Yes. Yo! Whiskey Mage, thanks for the 5 gifties. That's a lot. Holy crap. 10 gifts in the channel. You are incredible. Thank you for being so generous. Justin Evans, BS Fig, Black Trav, Floofies, Black Dragon. Thanks you all for coming back. Oh my gosh. What does enhorabuena mean? Does that mean congratulations in Portuguese? Oh my gosh. Chupacabra, thanks for the sub. We did it. We did it. It took since like what? Since like September 1st, 2020 till what? February 2022? So what is that like? That's like almost exactly a year and a half. In Spanish, but yeah. Oh my gosh. Almost exactly a year and a half. I don't know how long it usually takes people to do this, but hey. Year and a half is pretty darn good for me. And I have made over 150 videos. I think it's like 155 or something like that now. That's a lot of freaking time. And a lot of videos with making zero money. Parabéns. Oh, okay. Enjoying the content, keep it up. Thank you. Thank you. It really means a lot. I've been trying to do this for such a long time. Oh my gosh, it felt like it was never gonna happen. Whoa. Don't start a hype train, guys. Whoa, hype trains aren't allowed here. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. Don't do that. Why would anyone do that? Wow. Wow. If you calculate how long it takes to make each individual YouTube video, on average, and I made like 100, let's say 150 videos. I've made a little bit more than that, but let's just say 150. 150 times. Oh my gosh, Floofies! No, you didn't have to. Floofies, thank you. Please, Swain, Luna Knight, Sunsanista, Leah Slonsky, and Yatek Tech. Thanks for coming back. Make sure to give Floofies a humongous shout out for gifting 5 more subs. Oh my god, you people are crazy. Dirty, thanks for the follow. Thank you so much. Wow. Wow, it means a lot. Well, number one, it means a lot to be able to accomplish this, but I would not be able to accomplish this if there wasn't over 4,000 hours of watch time put into my content from you guys. And over 1,000 subscribers. So I don't know what you like about me. I don't know if it's my gleaming personality, which is definitely not gleaming, or my deck lists that are definitely not top tier. But thank you guys for liking the content and for supporting me all this time. Seriously. You're checking out the recent Mardu deck. It's really good. It's actually the deck that's my favorite right now in Standard. Wow. I need to screenshot this. Congratulations, your YouTube channel, The One Jam, has been accepted into the YouTube Partner Program and is now able to monetize on YouTube. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Crazy. You're randomly getting gifted a sub and I come in and see this? Let's freaking go, Luna Knight. Honestly, you feel a little sad. I stopped playing Magic on stream for CSGO. The community just isn't there like it is in MTG. You just liked CSGO better, and then you wanted to play that, and the community wasn't as good, or something? Third tier deck list, they can get a bronze medals, right? Of course they can, yeah. Thank you, Wildcard. Well, I gotta tweet this out real quick. Alright, I tweeted it out. Alright, guys. Now your responsibility to the channel is to click that link and retweet it. Alright. Wow. Hold on 1 second, I have to tell the people in my house real quick. All right. Woo! We did it. I honestly just didn't think this would come. 2422, the date to remember. It's also my best friend from middle school's birthday. Today. Wow. Well, we can actually see when we started the channel, right? Hold on. Yes! Let's freaking go! Such a weight lifted off my shoulders. Oh, man. Alright, now is when the game changes, chat. Level 4 hype train, you guys are insane. Oh my gosh, thank you guys. But, had 11 subs. Why you gotta be so generous, Chad? You're making me freaking blush. That'd be so generous. We're also working on 2 new emotes, a cheat hook emote and a clench emote. But yeah, we're gonna look at our analytics real quick and see how long it took us and how many videos we made. Welcome to the YouTube Partner Program. As a YouTube partner, you can monetize your videos with ads in YouTube Premium, get support via chat or email, explore other monetization opportunities. Sick. Wow. All right, so we're not going to do this right now because that's boring. But we're going to look at the cool stuff, which is looking at how long it actually took us to do this. Lifetime. How do I look at a more detailed view of this? The game done changed. Yeah. So now it's not about watch time and subs anymore. It's just about how long people are watching. But no, it's literally just about, like, how long people are watching and how many views the channel gets. Like, that's now, like, the only thing that matters, right? Instead of caring about... And I still care about subscribers because they get to see my videos when they go out, notifications and stuff. The best thing you can do is just click the like button, to be honest. Like, watch it, click like. But other than that, what is all this blue stuff? Oh, it's my Gruul deck. Got it. What's this purple deck? Oh, I like... Okay. What's the red deck? Werewolves? Green deck? Rogues? Yeah, these are like all my best decks that I've done. Grixis Shadow? Yeah. Alright. So, look at that. Look at that estimated revenue. Oh, yeah. Look at it. Look at that $0. You'll love to see it. But if you look at where is it? When I started, what's the day I made my first video? How do I look at, like, how do I zoom into this? What day is this? December 4th. Oh, it has the date. All right, December 4th, 2020. Wait. Is that the first video I made? It can't be. No way. That is not the first video I made. Your old videos benefit you if viewers rewatch them. I'm actually not sure. I'm gonna have to go back into it and, like, add ads to them, and and then it helps me. But yes, in general, the question is yes, they help me, but I don't know if they help me literally right now. I might have to, like, go back and add ads to them. $0 sellout. Yeah, selling out, of course. You're making me all of this money, of course. So what's gonna go towards? How do I zoom into this? Weekly? Monthly? My dogs watch you all day while I'm at work? Alright, this is not the first video I've made. But what we can do is we can go to content. And then we can go to sort by date. My first video was August 30th, 2020, and it's the worst video I've ever seen. It's a 30-second video. Yikes, I'm cringing. Oh, the monetization's off. How do I just turn it on? Oh. Uh-huh. It's just that easy, isn't it? I just have to put some work into changing this little setting here. Oh. Interesting. Why does it make you do that? And it doesn't just, like, do that automatically. Weird. There's an add-on that changes it for all your videos? Probably. Let's watch a 30-second verse vid together. Do you want to? Does anybody want to watch my first ever YouTube video together? It's the worst. It's actually just the worst. Look at that thumbnail. Look at that thumbnail. Look at the title. Instant Regret Citadel Combo Tutorial. It's not even a tutorial. It's so freaking cringe. It is the most cringe. MTGA Guide to Practice Counting. What was I thinking? I do have TubeBuddy. Yeah, I do. I also have vidIQ. vidIQ has probably helped me more than TubeBuddy, though. even though TubeBuddy's still really good. August 30th, 2020, which was exactly 10 days after I started my Twitch channel. I was on it from the get-go. You got rid of it? VidIQ puts weird searches in my history. Does it? Doesn't to me. VidIQ helps so much. Oh, and this week's town hall on Shredderstone's YouTube channel. If you want to watch something when I go offline, my podcast episode with Shredderstone is up, which I do want to show you real quick. Right here. If you want to go, I believe it's on his YouTube as well, but this is a town hall with me, and it is 2 hours and 33 minutes long, and you can listen to it just by clicking this. It's on Shredderstone's channel, Shredderstone's Twitter. You can find it.
Hello, my fair citizens, and welcome back to the Sodium City Town Hall. I'm your Mayor Striderstone, and today we sat down with the one James. So make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're watching, or if you're listening, make sure to subscribe to the podcast. We're available on all major podcast platforms. I am here with the one and only James. How are you?
I'm doing awesome.
I don't even know how to address you anymore. I've known you by James for so long.
I know. It's just, I guess you could just call me James. The people that watch me all the time or just know me from streaming and YouTube or whatever, just call me James. But it's the one James, not pluralized. Yeah, you heard that? Not pluralized. All right, so you can listen to that whenever on Striderstone's. I'll link that in chat too for you guys. That's Striderstone's Twitter status, and that will bring you to the podcast episode. It's 2.5 hours of me talking to Striderstone. So if you like my voice and you want to listen to me while you're driving to work or at work or whatever, if you have a desk job, then at least that's when I listen to podcasts. Then you can listen to me talk for 2.5 hours to Striderstone. But does anybody in chat besides Dirty want to watch the first YouTube video I've ever done for 30 seconds? I just watched the first one unsubbed. Thank you so much, Spawn. You saw tons of random text number searches in my Google history and YouTube searches. Oh, true. True. So if that stuff's like annoying to you, then sure, yeah. It's just not annoying to me. Let's go for it, Floofies. All right. First YouTube video that I've ever done. 30 seconds. Let's go. Just watch this.
Pew 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 pew.
No.
What? What just happened? Oh no! Oh no!
That's it. That's the whole video. Is the entire video. As you can tell, I like basketball. And I like, I guess, Disguised Toast and Gary V. And that's my YouTube freaking algorithm for you. I like Michael watching random videos of back in the day basketball and, you know, current basketball highlights. There you go. There's me. You found me out. You got me. I like basketball. Better than your first video? Oh my gosh, I was so young back then. I was like, what was I, 27? Oh man. I was 27 years old there. Oh man. In that video, in that quality, I still had my headset with the freak. That was my work headset from my desk job. And that's when I streamed at night. Look at that. 15 views. You'll love to freaking see it. 15. That's a whole 15, chat. 100% like ratio. You'll love to see it. I've always wondered, do you talk out of your ass? That's where your headset mic is pointing? Yeah. Right? Well, right here? I talk out of the back of my head. This just moves, and the actual sound comes through the back of my head. And then it's just weird. I have a little bit of deformities, but this is how we deal with it. Views 15, comments 2, and you know one of the comments is me, right? I have a pinned comment, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, look. This is proof, if not anything, that your first videos are always going to be trash, and then you just keep getting better over time, because all of these have less than freaking 20 views. And when I did this 79 views video, is Rolling Vortex the real deal? Thumbnail you wouldn't believe. Actually, we kind of have to watch this one because it's actually like kind of good. YouTube hadn't been invented when you were 27. Oh no. Look what happens here. I have Rolling Vortex, Ashiok minuses. If you don't know what this does, it casts 3 spells from among face-up cards in your opponent's own from exile without paying their mana cost. They cast my cards without paying their mana cost, and Rolling Vortex kills them with its trigger.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Wait, no mana was cast. No mana was spent to cast it. I do 15 of them. They take 15. Wait. Are they dead? And they can't gain life either.
Look. Oh my gosh. This shows up before it actually ends. Look at that. This shows up before the video ends. Like, why? Why, James? Why are you so trash? Cringe. Cringe, 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 cringe. Anyways, NubbyGG, thanks for following. Nubby has been subscribed to the channel for like at least 5 months now, and this is the first time he followed during this YouTube video. So thanks, NubbyGG. You're cool. And awesome. Yeah, but my all of these are like 30, 40 views or whatever, and then I randomly just have this video that has 2,000 views, and it's still my most viewed video ever. I don't know why. I put a bunch of videos in a row with literally 30 views or under, and then I post a video and it gets 2,000, and to this day it's still my highest viewed video. How? I don't know. Why? I don't know. I guess I should probably go and monetize these videos, should I? But that's boring. Let's go ahead and play our deck still. You have a Hearthstone video that has 10k, I don't know why. Yeah, it's crazy. It's weird. Alright, I go first. I have a removal spell, a card that brings back, and a Hama Pashar. I'm gonna mulligan this because I want a 2-mana creature. Here we freaking go. Except for I can't cast this. Let's put back face reversal. Fine, we'll cast it in 2 turns. Oh, that's pretty bonkers. It's like probably the best draw in my deck. Try 1. Land against a deserted beach. Try 1 to a land. Sure, I'll take a land. Cast Kaya. Champ. Also my blue source. Colossal Plow! What is happening? I don't know what's happening. Make a treasure. I want to cast Kaya next turn. Giant Ox! Oh my god! They actually did it! What the heck, dude? Adeline. Wow.
I just want to get in, get out, and finish the job. That was an easy job.
Skyclave my Nadar, yikes. Fateful is a really good draw. Wait, if I fly, I complete a dungeon. And I get to draw a card? That actually doesn't work like that. That is a yikes, I can't do damage. Crap. For some reason I thought just fly ventured, but I have to do damage. Oh.
Ghosting feels weird, right?
Cave comes into... Oh, that's a tapped cave. I don't think they wanted to do that.
Oh, that's gonna cost you.
Oh, Nadar, perfect. That means I can venture. Draw a card. Perfect. This. Then I can go this here. And then my next venture can... My next venture can scry 1, lose a life, or gain a life. I think I want to go with this because it makes a 1/1 blocker. Ooh, precipitous drop. Fateful Absence, perfect. Kill Adeline, nice. We can Dungeon Descent, make a 1/1. And then we can attack, put a counter on something. Or we can make a treasure token.
Don't worry. I got you.
Make a 1/1. Venture, put a 1/1 counter. Precipitous drop. Target this. Couch, thanks for the follow. Draw a card. Another Cloister Gargoyle. Do I want to play another Cloister? Or do I want to tap the Nadar? I think I play a Cloister. We'll do this one this time. Get some card advantage. Another Plow, which we can exile. But we'll just plus this on this Gargoyle. They had enough. Inscription can kill Adeline, which is probably important. We want all the Doomscars, Valorous Stance, Fateful Absence, and then we're going to take out like the cards that don't really do anything for us. This is probably too slow. We want all of our 2-mana creatures. Yuan-Ti probably is the card that we cut. Because we're not really going to be attacking with that. We're the control deck in this matchup, I think. Let's see. I don't have a 2-mana creature, but I do have Doomscar availability. We're going to go for that. White, and then we're going to try to get a land. Perfect. So white, black, and then that one. Cool. Then we can Vanishing Verse the... I think we want to do this turn. If they go Ox and they through the Plow, that's like really tough for us. Not an Ox. This is fine because now I can play Nadar, I guess. want that. This makes them play out to the board, and it lets me keep venturing over and over again. I can play Hama and then make 2 treasure tokens. Do I want to do that? I think I want to do that. Because then if they, like, use a removal spell on Dar and block with Thalia the first strike or whatever. Fine. Go. Inquisitor Captain. Oh, Inquisitor Captain can get the plow. Can also get Glass Pool. Except for it doesn't work like that, right? Alright. Skyclave. Yep. Alright, so I can block the Colossal Plow here. And Spellbinder takes my Kaya or whatever.
Well, I guess I got in over my head.
Well, I'll go Nadar. Nadar with Hama is so good. -4, -0. So, like, nerfs their whole board. That's hilarious. And the next one I can do is I'm going to draw 2 cards when I attack with Nadar. Vala. Oh, that's really bad against my Doomscar, isn't it? Like, very, very bad. Draw 2 cards. Okay. Not too good, though. Not expecting him to play Linvala. So I can enter a dungeon, and I can... Which dungeon do I want to do? Try to. Or gain 2 life. I think I like this one. Person's emoting the heck out of me. Omen Keel. Maybe I make them use Linvala here, but probably not. Yep. All the Doomscars. Try 2. Huh. So they got a land, and they got a triumphant and a cloister. Then I drew a land. Land isn't like the absolute worst. Create a treasure token so I can actually cast Kaya. I'm gonna go target creature can't attack until your next turn. Right? Actually, I can't do this, right? I'm gonna go can't attack. Gosh, the opponent should put more thought into their plays than into their emotes. Mute him? No, it fuels me to beat them even more. I had 3 lands on top. Wow. Giant schmucks. Oh, this is lethal, isn't it? Am I playing in the historic tournament tomorrow? No, because I have to work. thingy in Discord. I mean, that's very ambiguous. I don't know what that means. Oh, okay. Now I see it. That's actually really cool. Yeah, that announcement. Go keep this. Let's see. Deserted first. We don't really know what we want to do yet with these two. Alright, and then let's go ahead and go Black Doomscar. The Plow again. We could Death Touch the Plow. I think I like making them think about the Death Touch Plow. They're having vehicle tribals, so they're preparing for the Kamigawa release, of course. Can you stop having Plow plus Ox? That's annoying. At least to get rid of the Plow. What's going on a Plow? An Ox is going on a Plow, because an Ox pulls the Plow. Wow, their hand was busted. It's a Guardian Evangel and Skyclave Apparition. Yikes. Alright, trigger this twice. Try two. Give me something good. Alright, back up Hana is really good in case they remove this one. Let's go 1-1. Make 2 1-1s. Hog. Attack. Yo, let's freaking go. Let's freaking go! Ooh, those Doom Scars were important. No, yeah, no emotes this time, and not emoting that time, are they? Huh. Interesting, when they start losing, they stop emoting. Interesting concept, opponent. Emoting only appropriate while you're winning? Monka, Alright, here we go. Here we go. You still have to see right here. You love the mute button? I like to keep it up to make fun of them. Triumphant. Land. First, not gonna need that. Doomscar? That's an okay draw. You also play Beholder Sleeves and the pet? Critics. Doing the thing I see. What's up, Arena Craft Podcast? Arjuna, the one and only. Ooh. How far are we away from completing this? Three away? Unfortunately, we don't have more black mana. We can go Fates Reversal back to Triumphant Adventurer. We can make a treasure token. I like. Triumphant. Gargoyle. And now they Doomscar. Drain one. And then... It's not a Doomscar, so let's freaking go. We can fly the Triumphant, and then we can deal combat damage so that we can do the thing. Oh, that's a Divine Purge. Yikes. But we can resolve Kaya. I think I like going Cloister Gargoyle, though. Is this Ventures right away? Bolt. There are 6 mana instant speed drawing cards, right? Exactly what's happening here. So I'm just gonna like... Yeah, they're gonna discover the formula. I like to do things that are really powerful when I know they're going to do an instant speed card that just draws cards, because they're not going to counter my stuff. And if they do, they can't play their instant speed draw card. Now they have to think, oh, do I want to let that resolve, or do I want to play my instant speed draw card? So they just let it resolve.
So, ghosting feels weird, right?
Cemetery Protector? That is the last card I thought that they were going to play. What the heck? What? They're playing Revitalize, which means they're playing Hullbreaker Horror. Yikes, and they're making a bunch of 1/1s. Weird. They're gonna divide by 0? Fateful Absence, make a 1/1. They get a draw card, which is pretty cool. All my things come in tap.
You'll be fine. Trust me.
Wow. Aya dies to Cemetery Protector.
Not too involved with locals.
Weird. So they actually also had Discovered. Wow. They had both. Interesting. Oh, they also have Fading Hope? Or do they? Make 2 treasures, which doesn't do anything. Make their creatures not attack me. I guess treasures is okay because the next one over lets me play some cards. I'm gonna need the mana to play them. Land. I'm not gonna be able to do combat damage to these. Unfortunate. Attacking with the 4/4s. Do I block? I'm pretty sure I blocked these 4/4s, right? How do I feel this deck does against Rakdos with Roll? Pretty good since I have 4 copies of Doomscar in the sideboard. Create 2 1/1s or exile the top, you may play them. Exile top. Do I get to exile the top 4 cards now because I have Hana? Dungeon Descent. And the next one I have is Scry 3. And the next I have is Draw 3 and Reveal them. Let's Scry 3. I mean 6. These are all good. There is a chance that I just die, but, you know, it is what it is. Lisa's no more mascot. We have a couple Death Touchers on the board. They do have 6 powers worth of flyers. But we do have a couple flyers of our own coming on the board next turn. We can venture as long as they don't get rid of Hama Pashar. We can attack with Triumphant Adventurer and venture that way. But Hama's going to be pretty important here. Honestly, Kaya was super important, but that cemetery or whatever really hurt. Oh my gosh. 14 damage. And there are things freaking have indestructible, of course. Guess we just have to go no blocks. Yikes. Drop. Wait, it's draw 3. Wait, what is it? What is it again? Draw 3 cards. You may cast one of them without paying its mana cost. I could actually kill them. Where's the one that says they can't block? Is there anyone that says anything can't block? No, right? So I'm gonna scry. I think we win if we just get another precipitous drop. Got it. I don't. Oh yeah, we can win, right? We go land. Oyster. Green one. Attack all. Venture. Draw 2. Holy crap. Oh my god. Venture, tomb, each player loses a life. Go. But loses 2 life instead. Retribution. Exact lethal. 2 retributions. Wow. Okay. Okay, I guess we should have played Nadar, right? No, we couldn't. Did we play Nadar? Did we mess up? Wait, how do we win this game now? Each player loses life unless they discard a card. So we just make them discard 2? Dang, did we lose somehow? What if we go Nadar? Each player loses 2 unless they discard a card. Discard Yuan-Ti. Crap. Drop this. Please don't deal 2 damage to us. Alright, well that works for us, right? That works. Does that work? We could draw this game. Right? Can we draw? We can do each player loses a life. And then each player loses 2 unless they discard a card. We can do both of those. But they have to discard this card. Or do we just do something else that's not the burn one? This makes them lose a life. This game is crazy. So make a 1/1, and then I guess we can do this. Oh my gosh, it's gonna work. Because we played a land, we can get rid of that. But now they're gonna draw a card. We could have done it on their upkeep, but I didn't want to risk like them drawing a card in response and then saving their protector somehow. Protecting their protector. Oh, come on. Concede. Oh, come on. This is like the best game ever. Come on. Come on. Don't do 2 damage to me somehow. That deck probably can't do that. Oh, come on. We've gone through so many of their cards. So many. Oh. Blanche. No! Oh, that was so good. They get to gain life. Oh, okay. Well, at least we have 4 damage and they're at 4. So what else do they have? What was their other draw? Oh my gosh, double divide! You have to be kidding! What if we go Nadar? Put a 1/1 counter? Lie. This. Attack. Draw a card. Oh wait, we win! We win! We did it! Land. Gargoyle. Tomb of Annihilation. Each player takes a life. Oh! Oh my gosh, that was insane. Holy crap. Oh my gosh, thank you, Carol. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to think if I need Valor Stance or not. But probably. Wow. That was insane. Fly a lot worse against a deck full of freaking removal and stuff. Drop? Drop was actually pretty good there, weirdly enough. Guess we'll keep 2 of those in. Bring in a fly, I guess. God, that was insane. This deck will be going up on YouTube. It'll be live tomorrow morning. I'm going to be working on it until like 2 a.m. I'm starving. Oh, Paladin class. Get in my belly. Get in my belly. I think I need to cast a creature on turn 2 instead, because if I had 2 untapped lands, it would be great. But I don't. Black. I think we go Yuan-Ti here, because it's better to get the one that doesn't have the ETB trigger right away out first. Then we'll start off our next turn by casting Paladin class. Perfect. And then we do this for Triumphant. Save the instant gratification one for later. Land. Go ahead and attack. Try one. Another creature. Love to see it. Let's go with Cloister Gargoyle. Beans. We get to draw a card off the clue. I'm gonna make sure we use the clue first because I know they play Divine Purge. Ooh. This probably gets countered. land... I think I want to do this. Because even if they really can remove this somehow, then we still get, let's make a 1/1. If they remove it, we still get, like, the goblin here. I honestly don't think we have to do anything else. We can just pass. Cemetery. I wish I had a removal spell. I have Valor Stances in the deck, but unfortunately they're going to make quite a few 1/1s here. Worry. Go like this. We can fly the 2/2. Makes it hard for them to block, for sure. They're incentivized to use something to kill this 2/2 in response. Alright. Go to battle. The 1/1 counter or lose a life, gain a life. I think I like 1/1 counter. This will be put on the Triumphant Adventure. They describe double top. Alright, so since that made combat damage, I get to draw a card, which makes me Precipitous Drop. Because it does -5/-5 if I completed a dungeon, so kill that. Then we will do this one. Maybe I should have cast this first, but I think I'm going to hold back for now. Like, they have to really try to get rid of these, and I have cards in hand still. Like, eventually these cards are going to kill them, especially because I have Double Strike with Paladin class coming up. I honestly think an untapped land is my best draw, because I can Double Strike Paladin class, and when they, like, bounce Triumphant Adventure back to hand, I can recast it with the other 2 mana. Perfect. Alright, so all I have to do now is Double Strike. And I can recast the... whatever. Or just cast this. Absence? Sure. When they do that, I can... Okay, they get rid of both my cards, which is fine. Now I get to refuel by just casting another one of these. That's actually good to know. Put it on as -2/-2, and then complete the dungeon, and then it dies. True. Gain life, that's unfortunate. Okay, so here, since I already have Double Strike, I think I'm gonna go with this. And then this. Buff this. Scry 1, but I get to scry 2. Gargoyle, sure. Then I get to attack for, like, 8. Target creature can't attack or make a treasure. Make 2 treasures. And then my next one up is Scry 2. Then if they Divine Purge, I can't draw a card in response. I get to Scry 4, though, and I already have what I want on top, so I think I'm just going to pass. Use our artifacts because Divine Purge exiles them. Another gargoyle's good. I want to play around Gerard Deception. I'm going to go this and Gargoyle, I think. This is going to scry too. I honestly think I might want to just... I don't want lands. Actually, do I want lands? I think I want one land. This kills them by itself. What if I just put 2 lethal threats on the board? Exile the top 2, you may play them. Wow, this is, like, really good. A lot of card advantage. Try 3. Oh, God. Maybe I just want 1 Kaya? And then now they have to sweep again? They have to Divine Purge again, and every time they Divine Purge, I get more dungeon looks off the Cloister. And all of them have double strike, at least. Okay, there we go, Doom Scar. Cool. Now I can go... Aya? Do I want to put two lethal threats on the board? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. I think my best play is just play Nadar and play Triumphant. Perfect. We're gonna run out of stuff eventually. My next thing is draw 3, reveal them. You may cast one without paying its mana cost. So we go Hama. Then they counter it, which is good. And then I cast the Dar, and then I draw 3. Cast one without paying its mana cost. Crap. Wow, that was really bad. Fine. At least I have Valor Stance for whatever they play. I have lethal damage on board with the Dar because it has double strike. Cemetery. That's gonna get Valor Stance, but they're gonna make a couple blockers in the meantime. Okay, I can draw a fly. I think I have 1 fly in the deck. Hold, they have to do everything sorcery speed because I have Paladin class in play. So I can Valor Stance the Protector and then Kaya the 1/1. Whoa. What can I do on the dungeon here? I can have each player lose a life. I can gain a life, scry one, make 1/1. I think I should just attack first, maybe? Huh. Okay, just do this. And then I attempt to Valorous Stance. This. But then this allows me to cast Kaya now.
If you want a job done right, hire the best. Well, you're not locking for spirit.
Wow, this is crazy. Like, this deck just eats control decks alive. Like, they've just had so many cards. Including multiple counterspells, too. What's that foretold card? It must be a Behold the Multiverse or Saw It Coming. I'm gonna draw a card. Inscription. Oh my gosh, this forces out the Protector. Unless that's the counterspell. If I do this first. Then this forces out it too, right? They go Protector and then counter this. And then what I do is I exile this.
It's the least you deserve.
Kick this. Discard 2, return a creature, destroy a creature. Discard 2. Return a Cloister Gargoyle. Destroy this 1/1. Venture. Scry 1. Don't want that. Attack, force the chump block. Venture again. Create a treasure token, I guess? And now they're on literally nothing. They have to block with the 1/1 because my Dadar has double strike. Then what? Look at all this. Look at all this. Wow. Wow. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. And this is through Divine Purges too, right? Teachings, like 3 saw it comings, right? Divide by zeroing their own card to save it. Double Behold the Multiverse. They've cast Discover the Formula 2 and got a reduced Revitalize and Divine Purge off of it. 3 Fateful Absences, another Protector, another Behold the Multiverse. They resolve 3 Beholds. And Exile, they have a Saw It Coming, a Cemetery Protector, and another Saw It Coming. Wow. And we didn't even go through like that many resources, right? When you think about it. Like, we have 31 cards in deck, and so do they. So, wow. And we have like a dominating board state. And now they're roping us. So I have to find out what to talk about, because I have to like keep rambling on because they're roping. Because they lost to a Venture deck playing the best deck, blue-white control, Gandalf, powerful Gandalf. Anna, congrats on getting partnered with YouTube. Thank you very much. If you're watching this from YouTube, which you definitely are, because this is definitely going on the YouTube. I just hit YouTube partner today, so thank you everybody for your support. I can't even thank you enough. So much time has gone into you guys watching my videos. If you made it this far, thank you so much for your support and helping out. Thank you for all the like buttons that you've hit, for subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you subscribe to make sure you catch the future content of Magic the Gathering Arena. What you will expect to see, of course, this is Alchemy, but we do Alchemy Standard and Historic here. So a lot of different formats to choose from, a lot of different decks that you probably like to watch. And you click this one, so you probably wanted to learn about Ventures. So thank you everybody once again for getting us this far. It took over 150 videos to get this far, and also over a year and a half, almost exactly a year and a half. So that's insane. So thank you very much for your support. I'm also going to be starting up very, very soon an option to join for my YouTube. I have a Patreon as well, but you can also have the option to join to influence what decks I play on my YouTube. So for, I believe it's going to be either $3.99 or $4.99 depending on what we do, somewhere around that area. You can, if you're a part of if you're joined to the YouTube, I believe that's what it's called, then you can comment, and if I see that you're joined and you say what deck you want me to do, then I will do that deck for you in the upcoming YouTube videos. So now we finally won after they roped us out, and that's insane. We're almost at Diamond. So that just like really was an example of like how grindy this deck can get. Like grinding out, Discover the Formula, and all that kind of stuff's insane. Like actually insane. By the way, everyone go follow AnnaMT1992, newest member of the DGen Gaming crew. If you want to find out everybody that's on the DGen Gaming that's currently streaming and not streaming, type in !DGen and you can find everybody there. Click the link. Alright, Jamers, what can I say about this deck? Huge credits to Ali Eldrazi too. He didn't make the sideboard, I made the sideboard, but this deck specifically, not 100% of it, but derived off of him. So go follow and subscribe and check Ali Eldrazi's version of this deck out in Best of 1. This is a Best of 3 version, but of course you can play this as Best of 1 and maybe copy his deck list too for Best of 1 version. But I really hope you like this. I'm super impressed with this mechanic in Alchemy now. I think it really does put it a little bit on the map. Maybe not exactly like tier 1, but kind of a close second, right? You saw those games. You saw our match against Control. You saw we just did amazing with this deck. I don't know, maybe it doesn't run this hot every time, but it was really good for me. Like, this might be my Alchemy ladder deck for sure. Thank you everybody for hanging out. It was a pleasure having you watch this, and a pleasure having you. If you made it this far, you found out that we hit YouTube partner, can now be monetized on YouTube. So thank you very much for that once again. And I'll see you in the next one, right over here. And as always, peace. All right. Sick. That was sick. And that will be up tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern on YouTube. These made a good job boosting Venture Dungeon cards. It's a new option for Alchemy, and it's fun. Played along in the play queue and Precon Dungeon deck. Yeah, I think it actually kind of puts it on the map a little bit. Like, maybe it's not the best deck, but it is very, very fun and can win a lot of games. But right now, if you wanted to know, my standard laddering deck is this Mardu Sacrifice deck. So if you want to know what I ladder with in my free time when I'm not streaming and making YouTube videos and working, I play this deck. So if you can find that out on my YouTube by typing in !YT in the chat and looking at the Mardu deck. And then I'm probably going to be laddering with this in Alchemy if I feel like playing Alchemy. Will be this deck for sure. This deck is like super fun. And then in Historic, I ladder with this Niv-Mizzet Reborn deck. And you can also find that on my YouTube. This one here. With 4 Tyrant Scorn in it. If it doesn't have Tyrant Scorn in it, it's wrong. And then... You heard it from me first. And then... I also ladder with this deck in Historic. I play either the Niv-Mizzet Reborn or Boros Midrange in Historic, and we have some spicy Time Razor Tyrants in here as well. And I'm playing Rahilda here too, because I think it's a really good 2-mana threat. So those are what I'm laddering with if you want to know what I do in my free time. But other than that, let's go ahead and go over to Actually, we just got done playing Dungeons, so let's go ahead and raid Ali Eldrazi. Fellow DJ and gaming creator. Let's go ahead and go over there. It was awesome hanging out with you guys, and I'll be back tomorrow. Probably around 11 or 12 Eastern instead of 10, because I'm going to be going to bed at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning because I work. So have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow a little bit after 10 o'clock in the morning Eastern. And as always, Goose Gang.